Howdy, friendly neighborhood pipe smokers. Cactus Piper here. Finally got an evening off to do a video. It's going to be a VR to Cigar Vice Alec, who is doing a giveaway in honor of his 500 subscribers. Congratulations, Alec. It's a big milestone. But we'll get to that in a moment. It is hot here in the desert. Summer has arisen. I think it's going to be a warm one. So we'll see how long we can stay out here. Lola's not much into ball chasing right now. We went for a mile walk today. I know not that far, but I went on my lunch hour. And she is kind of just rolling the balls around in the grass right now. It's a little too warm for her to do her back and forth. When it's this hot out, it really doesn't take much to get her tuckered out. So we'll see what happens there. Got some sports miseries to discuss, starting with the Pistons. I did expect a little more from them, given that they were the 1 seed. And then, as I mentioned before, they kind of were on the outs against Orlando, then managed to win 3 in a row, come back from down 3-1, and get on to the second series with Cleveland, which they won the first 2 games of, so they won 5 games in a row. And then the series went back to Cleveland, and they lost the next 2 games. And then the series came back to Detroit, because they do 2-2, 1-1-1 in the 7-game series. And they lost a nail-biter in overtime in Detroit. So now Cleveland's up 3-2, and it goes back to Cleveland. So if Cleveland wins at home, Pistons are done. If Detroit wins, it's back to Detroit for Game 7. So we'll see what happens there. Tigers, boys, what happened? They were in first place in the Central. They are now in last place in the Central. Now I realize it's still early. They're only 4.5 games out, but good Lord. And they're dealing with some injuries. I get it. But very disappointing. So, I mean, and I know I don't have much to look forward to probably in the Lions this year. I think they missed their window of opportunity. They've let some good players go. They're probably going to be middle of the pack again this year or worse. And before you know it, we'll be rebuilding again. And then it'll be time for another coaching change. And it starts all over. The life of a Detroit sports fan. It's not for the faint-hearted. Anyway. Hopefully everybody that wanted some got some of the 8-State Burley that went on sale last night. I want to say 6 p.m. Eastern. Which was 3 p.m. my time. Sold out lickety-split. I guess 8-State Burley has a lot of fans. It had, I guess they put a new strain of Burley in the mix this year. I want to say it was Guatemalan Burley. I could be wrong, but it sounds interesting. I don't know how much it'll change the blend, but for those of you who are getting it, we'll see. Housekeeping for me. Smoking the Savinelli St. Nicholas Bing. Hopefully smoking this Christmas pipe can keep me cool here in the summer. And in it there's some Ken Byron Ventures Kraken Rack, which is a Virginia Perique with some dark rum on it. And it's actually really, really good. I mean, I guess technically it's an aromatic. But the smell in the bag of the rum was a little bit overpowering, but it smelled delicious. But it's not overpowering in the smoke, I guess I would say. So I'm pretty impressed with this. I'm really enjoying it. No tongue bite at all. But let's get to the VR. Oh, and I'm drinking some Palm antioxidant super tea. Woo! It's a pomegranate peach passion white tea. We had this on sale at the grocery store. 10 of these for $1 each, basically. So I picked up 10. So pretty good. It's very refreshing. Goes good with my tobacco. But again, Alec is celebrating his 500 subscribers with a giveaway. You can leave a comment to be entered into the comment giveaway, or you can do a VR to be entered into the VR giveaway, and I believe you're entered into the comment giveaway with the VR entry as well. And his prizes are really nice. Very, very generous. So thank you in advance, Alec. I'm sure you'll have a ton of entries given the prizes. But for the VR, there was 5 questions you could answer. And the one I'm going to answer is, what is your ideal smoke session? And for me, you're looking at it. I love sitting out here. It's pretty quiet. It can get noisy sometimes. It's in the city. There's neighbors who play music and stuff. But right now, and a lot of time, it's actually pretty calm and pretty quiet. And in the summer it is too, because a lot of people aren't outside. But I just like to sit out here with Lola and Tux, smoke my pipe, talk to them. I don't know if any of you are animal owners, talk to your pets, but I talk to them. And apparently she's recovered from her little heat exhaustion earlier, because she's ready to play again and chase the ball in the heat. And you know, I appreciate other types of smoke sessions. Certainly, you know, I haven't had a chance to go to a pipe show and enjoy a pipe with, you know, multitudes yet. My local pipe shop does have a pipe gathering once a week. Normally I'm working, but hopefully I'll have a night where I'm not working and I can get over there and check it out. He said it starts pretty early at like 1 o'clock, but he said they're usually there into the evening. So I don't finish with my first job until about 3. And then if I have to work my second job, I start that at 5. And I just like to have a little bit of time in between the 2 jobs to decompress and get some food and stuff like that. But if I can have an evening where I don't have to work the second job, I'll go over there and check it out and see what that's all about. I'm sure that, like, again, those types of pipe sessions are nice to be able to just shoot the bull with fellow pipe smokers. But in the big picture, to me, the best type of pipe session is solo, peace and quiet. You know, I can come out here, I can read, I can listen to music, you know, I can peruse the other YTPC videos, which is what I do a lot of the time. It's a little tougher in the summer because it can get scorching out here. Even at night, in the middle of the summer, it won't get below 90, which is still pretty warm. Even if there's a breeze, it's like a hair dryer on your face. So there's not really much of a relief when you get into, you know, July and August. I've considered trying to smoke indoors. You know, I'd have to get one of those Rabbit air filters, but those are, I think, like $700. Apparently they work well, but that's on the Christmas wish list for somewhere down the road. But I feel like that's probably a necessity for the summer here, because it's just, again, it's really hard to smoke outside in the summer here. So my pipes will be significantly less for the next few months, most likely. But Alec, that's my answer to what's your ideal smoking session, and hopefully that answers the question that you wanted. Hopefully that gets me entered into your giveaway. And again, I appreciate the opportunity, and I congratulate you on your 500 subs. Again, big milestone, and hopefully you'll be at 1,000 here again, or here at 1,000 before you know it. Take it easy, YTPC.